Good morning, good morning. I'm going to show y'all something before we start. All right, this is my piece from yesterday. And oh my gosh. I'm not going to say names because I don't have permission to say names and I keep forgetting to ask. The person that has a sister over here that can see over here, that is so cool. That is so cool. That really made my heart sing. Oh, I really love this. But I have been known to play around on Procreate. And just because it's easy and I just wanted to see what can happen when you do stuff. So I took a picture of this and I manipulated the edges and I came up with that. So see how an abstract painting can come out of any, that's kind of like, this is the first stage, the picture, wherever it is. This was the first stage, that picture. Then I go to the paper stage. Then I go to this. And I just think it's cool. So then I took another picture from a journal that I did, and I don't even remember now the picture I did this with. But I played with it and blurred all the edges. I think there was a little house right here. And I just blurred all the edges on Procreate. This, to me, is gorgeous. So then I put burlap behind both of them. And you can see, I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up, but you can, and I lightened both of them. So you can see the burlap layer underneath. Oh my God. I'm telling you, the texture. The texture. But I'm not supposed to be using those papers because I'm supposed to only use, the rules I gave myself, only use this folder. So today we are doing the boat. So number 2 is this boat. And I have all my other pictures up here already, but that's the boat. And I already put a picture up there for you. So I have brownish, greenish grass, blue sky, a little bit of a strip of mountains or hills behind here, a little strip of water, and then this boat has been abandoned and it's stuck on a sandbar or something now. So let's see if I can do that one. A lot of brown in that one. So let's just see. All right, I need to put this someplace where I can see it. I don't want to fold these things per se. I don't have a lot of room here in front of me because I got stuff. I'm trying to just lean it up against stuff. Okay. So now, page 2 and a boat. And I'm going to try to do these in real time. They might be longer videos. If you don't have that kind of time, speed me up. Don't put me on 1.75 because then you'll miss the brunt of my jokes. My sense of humor. I don't care what you do, truly. But if you need to speed me up, go ahead. But I want to keep these in real time because I want to see myself. And I want my video to show, oh, let's do that. You know, I don't want to have to re-talk it through with you because it won't be the same. Okay, here's some great greenish brownish grass. This could be used for some of the rust on the boat. Actually, could use some of that. And I need blue sky and water. There's a little bit of water. And this time, my torn edges, I think I'm going to work with before I glue stuff down. I'm just looking through my pile of paper for some more blue. There's a patch of blue. And some browns. Okay. And it's out of the file folder that I gave myself. Oh, you want to see my latest obsession? Somebody was doing this on Instagram, and then I went down a rabbit hole. This lady, there's no way I can say her name. She's now passed away. She is a Inuit artist way up in Baffin Island, up in above the Arctic Circle in Canada. And this village that she was from has tons of artists, it sounds like. Super interesting. But somebody was doing one of these, a woman, a shape that was the whole body of a woman, and it was super round. I'm like, I can relate to a short, round woman. Yes. So I just started looking her up, and these are different artists. There's several different artists in here, but it's along this line, this Inuit art. Oh, so I've gone down a huge rabbit hole of this. So this book I found on Amazon. It was not, as far as books go, it was not expensive. It's even in their lettering system. It's so cool. This lady is now dead. The original lady. This lady. But then they have stickers. I think these are the ones from all different artists, I think. But see, Cape Dorset, this is the United States. I'm way down here. She's way up here in Canada. I mean, it's polar weather year-round. They don't have cars. They have four-wheelers and sleds pulled by dogs and or snowmobiles. But I just love the look of this for some odd reason. But I've been communicating with owls lately, and there's a few owls in here like him. I love him. And I'm like, I'm going to see if I can't draw something like this. Obviously, I'm not an Inuit, and I'm not an Inuit artist, but I love these. Love these. I love this. This is more like what I started the rabbit hole with, was a round version of a person, and I think it was a woman. And I find that shape fascinating, probably because I'm getting rounder by the day. And I just love it. And the bears. Oh, I love the bears. Oh, love this bird. These are all the different artists. Some of them are gone now. But that lady died she died in 2013. All from Inuit artists from Cape Dorset, from this area. Which I guess up there, I mean, look at that's like a muskox. Oh. And they have, I mean, the Inuits have, like, just like our indigenous people, they have a huge relationship with nature. But the polar bear, where was one of the polar bears? Oh, look at this seal. Love him. Anyhow, I've been down this gigantic rabbit hole of this. All right, let's get, no wonder my video is going to be 40 minutes long. Because somebody can't stop jabbing or jaws. All right. Make sure I'm still in frame here. Okay. We need this as a base. And it actually takes up a good bit. Almost half of the page. So I kind of like this side better. No, maybe I don't want the white edge all the time. Or the frayed edge. Let's just see what happens here. And do I want some of this to show? Not really. But I was following the line of how it was painted on here. So maybe I put another layer in the corners. Kind of like that. That works. Okay. Quilting with paper. Show at 11. All right. That will work for that. Now, I really love a torn shape, a torn edge. So if I were to tear, that's good right there. So let's see if we can't. Okay. And if you have to refer back to the paper, the picture, because I can't do that here so much. Okay, and then this has like a little cabin. So this is really actually too much. There's like a little boat driving spot here, which I want out of a different color. And it's actually white-ish and aged. I might have to age this somehow, but put that here, kind of like that. And then some blue sky. This is really not enough blue sky. Back to the folder of paper. Where did I put it? I just had it. Oh. Inuit art was covering it up. Oh, wait a minute. I pulled off a blue sky piece here. I pulled this off. So maybe layer that. I'm just going to clip this here for a second. Add this in. Don't freak out over the edges. They won't be here. Note to self, don't freak out over the edges. Okay. See if we can find a little bit more blue somewhere. Oh, here. Because I don't want the whole, even though this sky is consistent color, but it quite often isn't over there, up there, over there. They get a lot of fog and it doesn't go away sometimes for days. Just that close to the coast. All right, let's put these away because I think we've got enough to work with. Oh, you know what? Here can be my rust on the boat. Okay, let's pull off a piece of this. Stick this back in here. Now, this I might cut. Let's work on our boat for a second here. Cut just the cream squares off of this paper. This was tissue paper from a Christmas gift, but you save everything, right? It's actually, if you've heard of the brand, I don't like it anymore as much as I used to. Mackenzie Child. They've gone commercial, people. And I don't like them as much as I used to, but hopefully you can't hear my stomach growling. I have not had breakfast yet. I have been doing other things. Sometimes food comes last for me. You wouldn't know it, but by my Inuit shape. I've been watching some of the Rust trial, the movie that Alec Baldwin was in. He's an American actor. I don't know if he's got a global fame. He might, but it's been fascinating to watch. I just love the you know, to be a lawyer and to get into a lawsuit like that and solve, you know, go through a trial. The crime is not half of how you think it is. It's how you present the case. And that, to me, the fascinating end of it. I don't even know how to say that, but the ins and outs of a trial are fascinating. I guess that's how I can say it. To me. I think I should have been a psychiatrist because the personalities of politicians, the personalities of different people are just, to me, fascinating. And it might be, oh dear, wrong side. It might be, you know, not to get kind of woo-woo on you, but I love the different personalities that show up in art. Like the lady that I like to watch, Gaynor Paddle. She is much more all over the place than my head goes. And I like how she does stuff. And her personality is so different. I mean, even like people like Van Gogh, I think he had a depression problem and bipolar and everything else today he would be labeled as. But my Lord, look at the art he made. It's still here. That's the part that fascinates me. How a personality, I think, can affect your art. Oops, where did I put the glue? Maybe my personality will learn how to use a glue stick. Okay. It doesn't necessarily have to be perfect. It's the illusion of the rust on the boat that I was looking for. And the layering of paper. Okay. Now, let's bring all this back in. All right, I think I'm going to play with some of this green before I glue it down, but can we do some of the sky? Let's try. We'll start from the sky first. Oh, stomach's growling again. I could totally see how you can get lost in your art and not eat. Because that happens to me. I don't forget to eat. I just don't want to stop to eat. And like a walrus, I have lots of stuff I can rely on. Not a good eating pattern, I know. We won't talk about eating patterns. Okay, this is a non-eating pattern channel. All right. I'm going to have to get this brown out of here. And actually it goes like, maybe like this. Yeah, let's try that. Oopsie. Too many things to knock over around here. I'm even okay with a little bit of the green showing through. Although I really don't want them to be like, this is this shade and this is this shade. I kind of wanted them to blend together, which I might be able to do if I just rip them in strips. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of the edge here. And let's do this. It's raining here today. Oh, I'll try to put the heron. The heron was hanging out in the tree yesterday, way up. I mean, he's about 3 stories up because he was higher than our house. And our house is on the side of a hill. So that was 1 story. The hill is 1 story. Our house is 1 story, and he was higher than that. But if you could, we have like a major what do you call it? Maternity ward going on here. The ducks, the geese, the herons. I think the herons are even kind of getting frisky. The osprey. I mean, they're all, buzzards were out yesterday. And I can't capture this on film because I do other stuff during the day. But, I mean, you can hear them, and they're just, boom, ducks, mallards, loons. They're everywhere. They're all here, making babies, or trying to, practicing. Granted, I love this more than I like that. So I'm wondering. can't bring some of it up a little bit. Just trying to make sky, people. Okay, this needs to be glued down. It's too much flip-flopping around here. But I need the edges. Okay. We're going to try to do stuff without the edges done, maybe. Might be where I bring in paint, or I don't know. I know what I should be doing. I don't want this to end here and that to end there. Okay, this can go a little bit farther in. Right to the edge. That's a little better. This week we went from normal winter weather to having our windows open, even at night, to air conditioning because it got so humid, to 33 degrees and the windows closed and the heat back on. And now today it's raining. It's been crazy, crazy weather, all in 1 week. Oh, I got some more here. Kind of just this isn't the right way to do this. Perhaps I might do this better tomorrow. I don't know. I guess I'll be practicing on sky and water for a lot of this journal. Okay, now, not perfect, not completely finished, but it's abstract and I'm okay with that. Okay, this, I think I might do like that. And that. And maybe this in 2 pieces. Okay. Something like that. Okay, let's see if we can't glue this down a little bit. And there's some of the turquoise from the paper is showing, and I'm okay with that. How did I have this like that? Yeah. Because to me, it just is adding texture, and I'm okay with all of that. Okay. And don't forget, it's just paper. We can try it again tomorrow if we don't like it. No, tomorrow we're going to do something else. I can't remember what we're going to do. We'll talk about that later. Stay on topic, Beth. Okay. Now. Oh, I was going to say, I didn't rip my boat apart, did I? But I didn't. Okay, so this can go like this. And this is our wheelhouse, and it can kind of go like that. Oh my God. What is it with all of this? I love it. I love it. Yay, this is South Carolina right here. Kind of. Or a fox head, whichever. All right, I think I'm going to get out my Stabilo Woodies. Nope, let's glue the boat down. All right, that's going to go right there. This may not float everybody's boat, but it's floating mine. Okay. I think having the boat across the middle, which will be problematic over the spine. I may have to add like Mod Podge or something to these things to kind of stabilize them a little bit as the boat gets lumpier on the left. I love that. The boat, the grass, the boat, the rusty top, the sky. The grass, the boat, the rusty top, the sky. But I'm going to add a little bit of stuff with Stabilos. So sometimes your ruler needs to be like a windshield wiper. Wipe everything off to the side. Out of your way. Okay. Clean desk. Woohoo. All right. We don't need this. Oh, you know what would be better maybe? Neocolor 2s. Just happen to have a drawer labeled Neocolor 2. Now I know where they are. If I put everything away all the time. Oh, and we have this too. This you can use without getting it wet. And that might be the perfect color for some of this rust. The amount of lawsuits from that Rust movie trial are insane. Everybody's suing everybody, including the state suing the insurance companies. And it was filmed in New Mexico by Santa Fe. And they are OSHA, who regulates some of a work environment, had the largest fine they've ever given for the state of New Mexico to this movie set. There were so many violations everywhere. So I just got rid of the white edges with that and added a little bit more rust. But you know what? There's a line through the boat. Should we put a line right here? Will it take away from the abstract? I don't know. It's there. It's really sad. This whole thing, the whole movie thing is sad. All right, blues, some greens, and sometimes I'm trying to be brave and add colors that you wouldn't expect in a certain circumstance. So let's get a little bit of maybe yellow. There's a few browns, maybe. What color is this? Taupe, okay. Maybe a little yellow, I don't know. Green, all right. Now, because I want this abstract, do I go with the movement of the paper or do I go as if it were grass? I think I'm going to go with the movement of the paper, right or wrong. And I don't... Should I get it wet a little bit? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay. All I'm doing is sticking my thing in the water jar, which is dirty. Oh, yes. It's blending it a lot. This whole trial, though, is so sad. And this is just the beginnings. People have pleaded guilty to get just probation and fines. I mean, it's really sad, but it's fascinating to watch the strategy, that's the word I'm looking for, of the lawyers in this case, in every case. It's interesting. think I'm going to I need to have a little thing of water right here where I can just dunk it in. I'm afraid I'm going to drop one of these in there. That would be disastrous because I'll never find them again. Okay, let's add a different shade of green and see what happens. I have not experimented with these a lot, and I don't use them to their advantage as much as I should. But maybe in this journal I do, which is a good thing. And the lady I like, Gaynor Paddle, she talks about her sketchbook all the time. And I guess I use these journals as like sketchbooks. But because of my brain, the way it works, I kind of need like stories in these sketchbooks to accomplish anything. I get stuck in my head. Maybe that's because I'm not trained. But I think being not trained sometimes helps me. But maybe in real art, being trained is a thing. I mean, and I don't see anything wrong. My personal taste, I could take this and put it in paint on a huge canvas and be perfectly happy with it. So is the paper talking and giving ideas? Or am I just wackadoodle and this is not worth painting? I don't know. I think there's a market for everything in art, pretty much. Okay, I'm stopping. Well, hold on. I was going to stop, but I think I might give the boat a little bit more rust. Just along the edges. But the just of that case is coming out as they tried to save money everywhere they could. And they hired people that were not qualified for their jobs. I think we did it again. In my opinion, I did. I love it. I love it. A rusty boat in Tamales Bay. That's what you get. That's what it looks like. Okay. Tomorrow, number 3. This is a good one. Okay, number 3 is Stafford Lake. Now this, I'll have a bigger picture for you tomorrow. Well, I have a little bit bigger here. Here. This is Stafford Lake. This. And it's outside of Nevada. I used to ride my bike here as a kid, and we would pack a picnic lunch, ride our bikes in the days when you could turn kids loose on the streets and be safe. And we would ride over to here, which I think we came from this direction. And then we would sit along the edge, have lunch and ride there's a cheese factory, probably another mile out that we used to go to sometimes too, if we were strong. Because this is like a 7 or 8 mile bike ride for little kids. I mean, when I'm saying little, I'm like 10 to 11, 12, maybe 11, 12, 13. And anyhow, we would ride our bikes out here and have lunch. But sometimes there's no water here. Sometimes there's a lot of water. I imagine right now there's a lot of water at Stafford Lake. But now it's a much more recreational area, and it's not big. It's probably the size of our entire cove. We're just in a little crook of the cove, but our entire cove. But I know Sammy Hagar, who used to be in Van Halen, he lives somewhere in Marin County, and he's done fundraisers out here for different things and has concerts. Modern times. If that music resonates with you, or he resonates with you. There was a lot of music growing up in our area. So anyhow, on the map, this is Stafford Lake right here, that little blue dot. And we would ride our bikes out here on city streets and stuff. And then you'd get out. There was a bike path that kind of wound around in these fields. And then you'd come out at the edge of Stafford Lake. I don't know if it's still there anymore. I don't know. But it was fun. It was fun. So we'll work on that tomorrow. So there's a lot of green, a lot of brown, a lot of blue. Hello. And a tree, a big tree. So I don't know how I'll depict that, but we'll try. So much fun. So much fun. I don't know how long is this video? 35 minutes. If you need to speed me up, speed me up. But I don't want to lose my spontaneity thinking and my storytelling of Rust along the way. So I don't want to do voiceovers because I'll lose some of that. And see, some of the green from the paper is showing, and I'm okay with that. In fact, I didn't even notice it until just now. Rusty ship, rusty boat in Tomales Bay. Thanks for watching. See you all tomorrow.